Have you ever found yourself suddenly overwhelmed by an emotion, yet you have no idea where it came from? Maybe it's that deep feeling of sadness, anger, or anxiety that just seems to appear out of nowhere. Often, we bury emotions deep inside, thinking we're dealing with them, but in reality, they're just repressed, quietly affecting our thoughts and actions. Today, we're going to talk about how to recognize those hidden emotions, and more importantly, how to release them so you can heal and move forward. Repressed emotions are feelings that we often bury deep inside ourselves, thinking that by doing so, we'll avoid dealing with them or prevent ourselves from experiencing the pain associated with them. These emotions can be rooted in past experiences, often from childhood, where we were either taught to suppress our feelings or we learned that expressing them was not acceptable. When we repress emotions, we are essentially locking them away in our subconscious mind, where they stay hidden, unprocessed, and unresolved. But here's the catch. Repressed emotions don't go away. They stay with us, often affecting us in ways that we don't even realize. Over time, repressed emotions can lead to a range of negative consequences for both our mental and physical health. Mentally, they may manifest as chronic anxiety, mood swings, or difficulty managing stress. Emotionally, we may feel detached or numb, unable to truly connect with our feelings or the people around us. And physically, repressed emotions can show up as tension in the body, headaches, digestive problems, or even chronic pain. The problem is that, at first, we might not even realize that these emotions are being repressed. We might think we're just getting on with life, but in reality, we're not giving ourselves the space to process and deal with those underlying feelings. Repression can be an unconscious process, one that we engage in without thinking, simply because it's easier to avoid the discomfort of our emotions than to face them head on. But over time, the toll that this emotional buildup takes on our well-being becomes undeniable. The longer we ignore or repress these emotions, the more they accumulate, and eventually, they may force their way to the surface in unhealthy ways. Recognizing that repressed emotions exist is the first step toward freeing ourselves from their grip. It's important to understand that repression is a natural defense mechanism that we all engage in at times, but it's also something that can be healed with awareness and conscious effort. Repressed emotions can show up in many different ways, and they don't always come with a clear explanation. One of the most common signs of repressed emotions is sudden emotional outbursts. For example, you might be having a normal conversation with a friend or family member and suddenly feel overwhelming anger or sadness that doesn't seem to match the situation. This emotional intensity might feel like it came out of nowhere, but it's often the result of long suppressed emotions that have been waiting to be released. These outbursts are often a sign that the emotions you've been repressing have been building up for some time and are now surfacing in an exaggerated way. Another sign of repressed emotions is physical tension or pain. Our bodies are incredibly sensitive to emotional energy, and when we repress feelings, they often manifest as physical symptoms. You might notice frequent tension in your shoulders, neck, or jaw, or tightness in your chest or stomach. These physical sensations are a direct reflection of the emotional energy that has been locked away in your body. Chronic pain, headaches, or digestive issues can also be a sign that your body is holding on to repressed emotions. Another indicator is difficulty expressing your emotions. If you've been repressing your feelings for a long time, you might find it hard to connect with or articulate your emotions. You may feel emotionally numb or detached from your inner world, making it difficult to communicate your needs or experience life's ups and downs. Over time, this can lead to isolation and disconnection. Repressed emotions can also show up as persistent anxiety or depression. If you feel anxious for no clear reason or experience frequent bouts of sadness or low energy, it could be that you're carrying repressed emotions. Suppressing feelings instead of processing them can create an underlying emotional tension that expresses itself as anxiety or depression. Finally, one of the clearest signs of repressed emotions is an inability to truly feel or connect with others. If you often feel detached or emotionally distant, it could be from repressing your feelings for so long that you've lost touch with your ability to experience and express emotion. Repression can cause us to go through life on autopilot, not allowing ourselves to feel the full range of human emotions. This emotional numbness can leave us feeling disconnected from both ourselves and others. The key is to pay attention to these signs and take action when you notice them. Recognizing the symptoms of repressed emotions is the first step in reclaiming your emotional health and learning to live more authentically. Before we dive in, if you're finding this video helpful, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content on emotional well-being. Now, let's continue. Once we've identified the signs of repressed emotions, it's time to start releasing them. This can be a deeply healing process, but it requires patience, self-compassion, and the willingness to face our emotions head-on. One effective technique is journaling. Writing down your thoughts provides a safe space to express yourself without judgment. Journaling helps you tap into your inner world, bringing emotions to the surface, which is the first step in releasing them. You can write about a specific event you've been holding on to, or simply jot down how you're feeling now. Let your words flow freely without trying to censor or make sense of everything immediately. This process helps you connect with your feelings and start releasing them. Another powerful tool is mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness means being fully present with your emotions as they arise, without judgment. Mindfulness allows you to observe feelings without becoming overwhelmed. By practicing mindfulness meditation or simply paying attention to your emotions, you can begin to release repressed feelings without getting tangled in them. Therapy is also invaluable for releasing repressed emotions. A therapist can help you explore the causes of emotional repression and guide you through the release process in a safe space. Therapy helps process trauma, grief, or other difficult emotions that may feel overwhelming. Another effective technique is breath work. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which induces relaxation. Breath work helps release trapped emotional energy by allowing your body to process emotions physically. As you breathe deeply, suppressed emotions may surface, and with each exhale, you release emotional tension. Releasing repressed emotions is just the beginning of the healing journey. Once we've started the process of emotional release, it's important to continue cultivating emotional awareness and self-care in our daily lives. Healing from emotional repression requires ongoing effort and mindfulness. One key aspect of this is developing emotional intelligence, which involves the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our emotions in a healthy way. By becoming more in tune with our feelings, we can prevent ourselves from falling back into the pattern of repression. Emotional intelligence helps us to express ourselves more authentically and respond to our emotions in constructive ways, rather than pushing them away. Another important aspect of healing is practicing self-compassion. We can be our own harshest critics, especially when it comes to our emotional struggles, but it's crucial to be kind to ourselves during the healing process. Remember that emotions are a natural part of being human, and there's no shame in feeling vulnerable, sad, or angry. Treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you would offer a close friend who is going through a tough time. It's also important to recognize that healing is not a linear process. You may find that old emotions resurface from time to time, and that's okay. What matters is that you have the tools to deal with them in a healthy way. Repressed emotions may never fully disappear, but with ongoing self-awareness and emotional work, you can learn to manage them and prevent them from taking over your life. If you find yourself struggling with repressed emotions and need additional support, seeking professional help is a great option. A therapist can help you continue the healing process and guide you through any challenges that arise. Remember, healing is a lifelong journey, and it's okay to ask for help along the way. In conclusion, repressed emotions can deeply affect your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. By recognizing these emotions and using techniques to release them, you can start healing and living more fully. Healing isn't about erasing the past, but processing and letting go of emotions so they no longer control you. Be kind to yourself, take your time, and seek support when needed. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who may benefit. You deserve healing and happiness.